You've arrived at the sleepy sailor, where science becomes lullaby and the night unfolds in whispers. Close your eyes now. We're gliding into a green world that breathes without sound. Close your eyes for a moment, dear listener, and let the world soften around you. Perhaps you're curled up in a quiet corner of Lahore, where the night hums with distant prayers. Or maybe you're far away, under a blanket of stars in a sleepy village. Wherever you are, the air feels cool, your breath is slow, and the night is yours. Welcome to the Sleepy Sailor's World, a gentle journey into the heart of your mind, where the world you know is woven, thread by a delicate thread. Tonight, we begin with the magic of your brain, a tireless weaver crafting the tapestry of your reality. So, let your shoulders sink, let your thoughts drift like petals on a still pond, and come with me. Your brain is a marvel, a quiet genius, tucked inside your skull. Imagine it as a master weaver, seated at a loom that glows with life. This loom is fast, made not of wood, but of billions of neurons, each one a tiny spark of light, connecting, whispering, creating. These neurons weave a tapestry that is your world, the glow of a lamp in your room, the faint scent of rain through an open window, the soft weight of your blanket against your skin. This tapestry feels real, solid, undeniable. But here's a gentle secret. It's not just the world outside you. It's a story, a creation, spun from the threads of your senses and the artistry of your mind. Your senses are the weaver's threads, each one carrying a piece of the world to your brain. Your eyes catch the flicker of moonlight or the warm hue of a bedside light. Your ears gather the soft rustle of leaves or the distant murmur of a city winding down. Your skin feels the coolness of the night air, the texture of your pillow, the steady beat of your heart. Your nose might carry the memory of evening chai, spiced and warm, while your tongue holds the faint taste of dinner, perhaps a bite of mango or the tank of yogurt. These are the raw materials, the colors and textures your brain collects. But they're only the beginning. Your brain doesn't just take these threads and lay them flat, like a photograph pinned to a wall. No, it's far more poetic than that. Picture a painter standing before a canvas, not copying the world, but blending colors, shaping shadows, creating something alive. That's what your brain does with every moment. It takes the light, the sounds, the touches, and weaves them into a story that feels whole. Scientists call this perception, but it's more like storytelling. Your brain decides what to emphasize, what to soften, what to imagine. It's not a passive mirror. It's an active artist, painting the world you live in. Right now, as you rest, your senses are alive with information. The glow of your room, the rhythm of your breath, the faint hum of the night. Millions of signals flood your brain every second. If it tried to weave every detail into the tapestry, it would be overwhelmed, like a weaver drowning in endless spools of thread. So, it chooses, it filters, it creates. This is called selective attention, and it's why you might notice the softness of your blanket, but not the quiet ticking of a clock until I point it out. Do you hear it now? That gentle, steady pulse was always there, but your brain decides what to weave into the moment. This weaving is guided by a quiet genius called predictive coding. Your brain is always guessing, always a step ahead, like a storyteller who knows the next line before it's spoken. When you walk through a familiar street, a bustling bazaar in Islamabad, your brain doesn't wait for every detail to arrive. It expects the colors of the shops, the chatter of voices, the scent of street food. It fills in gaps with memory and anticipation, making the world feel seamless. This is why you can find your way home in the dusk or recognize a loved one's face in a crowd. Your brain is weaving a story, predicting the pattern before the threads arrive. But this predictive power can play tricks. Have you ever seen a shape in the shadows and thought it was someone, only to realize it was just a coat on a chair? Or heard a creak and thought it was a footstep? Okay, these are moments when the weaver's hands move too fast, stitching in a pattern that doesn't quite fit. Scientists study this through illusions, like the Muller-Lyer lines, where two equal lines seem different because of arrows at their ends. Your brain insists one is longer, even when you know it's not. It's not a mistake. It's a sign of how your mind shapes reality, trusting its predictions over the raw truth. Let's pause and feel this idea. The world you're experiencing now, the quiet of your room, the weight of your body, the soft sounds of the night ease, a story your brain is telling. It's a beautiful story, rich with detail, but it's not the whole truth. Your senses miss things. Your eyes, for example, have a blind spot where the optic nerve leaves the retina, a tiny gap in your vision. You don't see it because your brain fills it in, guessing what should be there. Try this. Close one eye and focus on a point in the room. There's a spot just out of view that your brain is quietly inventing. Isn't that wondrous? Even now, part of your world is a creation. Your senses each bring their own thread to the loom. Vision paints broad strokes, filling your tapestry with color and shape. Sound adds depth, like the distant call of a muezzin or the hum of a fan. Touch grounds you, telling you where your body meets the world, the coolness of your sheet, the warmth of your hand. Smell and taste are quieter, but powerful, weaving memories into the fabric. The scent of jasmine might carry you to a summer evening, the taste of biryani to a family gathering. Each thread is essential, but none tells the whole story alone. Your brain's weaving is shaped by more than just the present. Your memories, your emotions, your expectations, they all color the tapestry. If you're calm, the night feels peaceful. If you're restless, a shadow might seem eerie. This is why two people can stand in the same place, a quiet park, can't see different worlds. Your brain weaves a reality that's uniquely yours, blending the threads of now with the patterns of your past. It's a deeply personal act, happening every moment. Even as your eyes grow heavy, as you lie there, let this thought settle over you like a soft veil. The world, you know, the room around you, the night outside, the rhythm of your breaths. A tapestry your brain has woven. It's a masterpiece, vivid and alive, but it's not the only one possible. Other creatures weave different realities. Dogs smell scents you'll never know. A bird sees colors beyond your reach. Your tapestry is yours alone, a singular creation. Yet, it's incomplete, a blend of truth and invention, stitched with such care that it feels whole. This weaving never stops. Even now, as your breath deepens and your thoughts soften, your brain is at work, gathering the threads of this moment. The glow of a lamp, the feel of your pillow, the quiet of the night, these are the colors it uses. But how much of this moment is out there in the world, and how much is in here, in the quiet loom of your mind? That's a question to carry forward as we turn to the next thread in this story. The gift of your vision. It's the painter that brings your world to life. So, as your eyes grow heavy, wonder what part of this moment is real, and what is your mind quietly inventing. Settle deeper now, dear listener, into the gentle cradle of the night. Perhaps you're nestled beneath a soft blanket, where the world's hum has softened to a whisper, or resting under a vast, starry sky. Your breath is slow, your body heavy, and your mind is ready to drift. We began this journey by discovering your brain as a weaver, spinning the tapestry of reality from the threads of your senses. Tonight, we turn to one of those threads. Gift of your vision, the painter of your world. It's a marvel, your sight, but it holds a secret. It sees less than you believe, yet creates more than you know. So, let your eyes soften, let your thoughts glide like moonlight over a still lake, and come with me into the quiet mystery of what you see. Asterisk, your eyes are not cameras capturing the world as it is. They are artists painting a scene that feels vivid and whole, shaped by your brain's silent choices. Imagine your eyes as two delicate brushes dipped in the light of the world, perhaps the warm glow of a lamp, the silver edge of a window framing the night, or the faint twinkle of a star. These brushes sweep across a canvas, your mind crafting the colors, shapes, and movements you call reality. Right now, as you lie there, you might see the soft outline of your room, the shadow of a curtain, the gentle blur of a distant light. It feels complete, doesn't it? But this picture is not the world itself. It's a story your brain tells, woven from light and imagination. Let's explore how this happens, how your eyes and brain work together to paint your world. Eyes is a small wonder, a globe of delicate engineering nestled in your face. Light from the world, say, the flicker of a candle or the glow of a distant light enters through the cornea, a clear dome that bends the light just right. It passes through the pupil, the dark circle at the center of your eye, which opens wide in the dimness to drink in more light. Behind it, the lens focuses the rays, sharpening the image, and sends it to the retina, a thin layer at the back of your eye. The retina is like a canvas, lined with millions of cells called photoreceptor rods for shadows and cones for colors, that catch the light and turn it into signals your brain can read. These photoreceptors are the first storytellers. Rods, sensitive to low light, help you see the faint outlines in your darkened room, the edges of your bed, or the silhouette of a chair. Cones, active in brighter light, paint the colors, the red of a blanket, the gold of a lamp's glow. Together, they capture the raw material of vision, but it's only a sketch. The real painting happens deeper, where the signals travel along the optic nerve to your brain. Right now, as you rest, your eyes are gathering like the soft hues of your surroundings, the subtle shifts of shadow. It feels effortless, doesn't it? But it's a complex dance, one your brain choreographs without you ever noticing. This dance is intricate, involving millions of cells working in harmony. The rods and cones in your retina are tuned to different task rods, catch the dimmest light, letting you navigate the twilight, while cones bring the world to life in daylight, painting it with hues you recognize. But the retina is just the beginning. The signals it sends are raw, like unformed clay, waiting for your brain to shape them. Its optic nerve carries these signals, a bundle of fibers that acts like a messenger, delivering the sketch to the brain studio. This studio, hidden deep in your skull, is where the true artistry begins, where light becomes meaning. Here's where the story grows curious. Your retina doesn't see everything. There's a tiny gap, a blind spot, where the optic nerve exits the eye. This spot has no photoreceptors, no way to catch light. If you close one eye and focus on a point, say, the corner of your pillow, there's a small patch just off to the side where nothing should appear. Yet, you don't see a hole, do you? The world looks whole, seamless. That's because your brain is a clever artist, filling in the blind spot with colors and shapes from the surrounding scene. It guesses what should be there, painting over the gap so smoothly you never suspect it's missing. This blind spot is a quiet secret, a reminder that your vision is not a perfect record. It's a creation, a blend of truth and invention. Scientists call this interpolation, but think of it as a painter touching up a canvas, smoothing over a tear to make the picture whole. Your brain does this constantly, not just for the blind spot, but for the entire scene. The lamp's glow, the texture of your blanket, the outline of your room, these are all partly real, partly imagined. Right now, as you lie there, notice the world around you. It feels solid, but part of it is your brain's quiet artistry. It's filling in gaps to make the moment feel complete. Your vision is also shaped by expectation. It's a silent guide that directs the painter's brush. This is part of predictive coding, the clever trick we discovered before. Your brain doesn't wait for every detail to arrive. When you glance at a familiar place, say, A busy street with stalls of bright cloth. Your brain expects certain sights: the red of fabric, the shimmer of glass, the movement of people. It fills in details before your eyes confirm them, making the world feel fluid and familiar. This is why you can spot a friend in a crowd or notice a change in a room you know well. Your brain is always painting ahead, anticipating the next stroke. But expectations can be deceptive. Sometimes the painter's brush moves too quickly, guided by what you expect rather than what's there. Have you ever misread a word, seeing what you thought should be there, or mistaken a shadow for something more? These moments reveal the power of your brain's predictions, shaping your reality before the light even reaches your eyes. Let's pause here as the night grows still and wonder what happens when the light itself begins to play tricks on your mind's canvas. As you rest, dear listener, let the quiet of the night hold you gently. The world is soft now, your breath a slow rhythm, your thoughts drifting like leaves on a calm river. We've seen how your eyes, those delicate artists, gather light and paint the first strokes of your reality up. But the true masterpiece emerges in your brain, where the raw sketches of vision become a vibrant world. Your sight is a marvel, but it's not the whole truth. It's a story shaped by expectation and imagination. Okay, so let your mind wander. Let the night stillness guide you. Okay, and let's explore how your brain turns light into meaning. Sometimes your brain's expectations lead it astray. Have you ever misread a sign, seeing a word you expected instead of what's there, or thought you saw a familiar face in a crowd, only to realize it was a stranger? These are moments when the painter's brush moves too quickly, guided by memory rather than light. Scientists studied this through illusions, like the Muller-Lyer lines, where two equal lines seem different because of arrows at their ends. Your brain insists one is longer, even when you measure and know they're the same. It's not a flaw, it's a sign of how actively your mind shapes what you see, trusting its own story over the raw data. This shaping happens in the visual cortex, a region at the back of your brain that acts like a master artist's studio. The signals from your eyes, carried by the optic nerve, arrive here to be transformed. One part of the visual cortex decodes shapes, another handles colors, another tracks motion. Imagine a team of painters, each adding their expertise to the canvas. When you see a bird soaring across the sky, your brain breaks it down: the blue of its wings, the curve of its path, the flutter of its flight. These pieces are woven together so quickly, so smoothly, that you see a single, vibrant image, not a collection of parts. Color itself is a creation of your mind. The light hitting your eyes is just waves of energy, each with a different length. Your cones, those color-sensing cells in your retina, respond to red, green, and blue wavelengths, and your brain mixes them to create every hue you know. The emerald of a forest, the gold of a sunset, these are not in the light itself, but in your brain's interpretation. Some creatures, like birds, see more colors, catching ultraviolet shades you'll never know. Your world is vivid, but it's only one version, painted by the limits of your eyes and the artistry of your mind. Motion, too, is a story your brain tells. When you watch a leaf fall or a shadow shift, your visual cortex tracks the change, creating a sense of flow. But this can be tricked. Stare at a flowing stream for a while, then look at a still rock, and it might seem to move upward, a phenomenon called the motion after effect. Your brain's motion detectors, overexcited, keep painting movement where there is none. It's like a painter who can't stop adding swirls to the canvas, caught in the rhythm of their own creation. Right now, as you rest, your eyes might catch the flicker of a shadow or the stillness of your room. That stillness is a painting too, crafted by your brain to make sense of the quiet. Your vision doesn't work alone. It blends with your other senses, each adding depth to the canvas. The sound of a distant hum, the feel of your blankets weave, the faint scent of rain, they ground what you see, making the world feel whole. But vision often leads, painting the boldest strokes. It's why a glimpse of a glowing horizon can stir your heart, or why a loved one's smile feels like light itself. Your eyes give your brain a rich palette, but they're not the only storytellers. Other senses, like sound, wait to add their own voices to the night. This act of seeing is deeply personal. Your memories, your emotions, your expectations, they all shape the painting. If you're calm, the night feels peaceful. If you're anxious, a shadow might seem strange. Two people can look at the same scene, a busy street, a quiet meadow, and see different worlds. Your brain's canvas is yours alone, colored by who you are. Right now, as you lie there, what do you see? The soft glow of a lamp, the outline of a familiar object. That's your brain at work, painting a world that's uniquely yours. As you drift, let this thought settle like dust in a quiet room. Your vision, this gift that lights your days, is both a window and a creation. It shows you the world, but it also shapes it, filling in gaps, painting over blind spots, weaving expectations into every scene. It's a marvel, but it's not the full story. Your other senses, sound, touch, smell, bring their own colors, their own whispers. What would happen if we listened to those whispers more closely? What tales do they weave in the stillness of the night? So, as the night hums around you, what whispers might your brain be weaving into dreams? Breathe gently now, dear listener, and let the night wrap you in its quiet embrace. Perhaps you're nestled beneath a soft blanket, where the world's hum has faded to a whisper, or resting under a vast, starry sky. Your breath is slow, your body heavy, and your mind is ready to drift. We've journeyed through the tapestry of your reality, woven by your brain, and explored the painter of your vision, crafting scenes from light. Tonight, we turn to another thread, the gift of your hearing, the composer of unseen echoes. Sound is a fleeting magic, invisible yet alive, shaping your world in ways you rarely notice. So, let your thoughts float like ripples on a still pond. Let your ears open to the night, and come with me into the gentle mystery of what you hear. Your ears are not mere recorders, capturing every sound that drifts by. They are composers, weaving vibrations into melodies, voices, and stories that fill your reality. Imagine your ears as delicate instruments, tuned to catch the unseen waves of the world, perhaps the soft hum of a fan, the distant chirp of a night creature, or the faint rustle of a curtain. These instruments play their notes on the canvas of your mind, creating a symphony that feels alive and whole. Right now, as you lie there, you might hear the quiet rhythm of your breath, the subtle creak of a floorboard, or the stillness of the night itself. It feels natural, doesn't it? But this music is not just a world, it's a creation. It's composed by your brain from invisible vibrations. Let's explore how this happens. It's how your ears and brain work together to craft this symphony. Each ear is a marvel, a delicate structure, designed to capture sound. Sound begins as waves, ripples of air that travel from their source, a humming machine, a whispering breeze, a far-off call. These waves enter your outer ear, a curved shell that funnels them inward like a gentle guide. They travel through the ear canal, a narrow passage, until they reach the eardrum, a thin membrane that vibrates like a drumskin when the waves touch it. These vibrations pass to three tiny bones, the hammer, anvil, and stirrup, the smallest in your body, which amplify the sound and send it deeper into the ear. This deeper chamber, the cochlea, is where the magic unfolds. The cochlea is a spiral, like a seashell, filled with fluid and lined with thousands of hair cells, delicate as the strings of a harp. As the vibrations ripple through the fluid, these hair cells sway, turning the motion into electrical signals your brain can understand. Each hair cell is tuned to a different pitch, low rumbles, high whistles, the in-between notes of a voice. Right now, as you rest, your ears are catching the sounds of the night, the low hum of silence, high-pitched chirp of an insect, the soft cadence of your breath. It feels effortless, but it's an intricate performance. 1. Your brain conducts without a pause. This performance is only the beginning. The signals from your cochlea travel along the auditory nerve to your brain, where the true composition begins. The auditory cortex, a region near your temples, acts like a composer's studio, turning raw vibrations into meaning. It sorts the signals into patterns, music, speech, noise, giving them shape and purpose. When you hear a familiar sound, like the creak of a door or the rustle of leaves, your brain recognizes it instantly, weaving it into the story of your reality. This process is so swift, so seamless, that you rarely notice the work behind it. The night's quiet hum feels like it's just there. But it's your brain's creation. A melody crafted from invisible waves. Your hearing is shaped by a quiet genius called selective attention. Your ears catch countless sounds at once. Hum of a machine, the whisper of wind, the rhythm of your own heartbeat. But your brain chooses what to focus on, like a composer highlighting a single melody in a crowded orchestra. This is why you can tune out a noisy room to hear a familiar voice or notice a sudden sound in the silence. Scientists call this the cocktail party effect, where your brain picks out a single conversation in a sea of chatter. Imagine being in a bustling crowd, voices overlapping, yet you hear your name spoken softly across the room. Your brain prioritizes it, pulling it to the forefront of your symphony. This selective attention is a marvel, but it's not perfect. Your brain sometimes fills in gaps, just as it does with vision. If a sound is interrupted, like a word cut off by a sudden noise, your brain might guess what was said, completing the melody. This is called the phoneme restoration effect. For example, if someone says hello, but a loud sound masks the middle, your brain might still hear the whole word, stitching it together from memory and expectation. Right now, as you lie there, listen to the sounds around you. The quiet hum, the faint rustle. What does your brain choose to amplify, and what does it let fade? Your hearing is also shaped by prediction, that same clever trick we've seen before. Your brain anticipates sounds based on patterns it knows. When you hear a familiar song, your brain expects the next note before it arrives. This predictive coding makes the world feel fluid, letting you follow a conversation or recognize a sound without effort. But it can trick you, too. Have you ever heard a noise in the night and thought it was something else, a creak mistaken for a footstep? These are moments when the composer's pen moves too quickly, writing a note that doesn't quite fit. Let's pause here as the night grows still and wonder, what melodies does your brain compose when the sounds begin to blur? As you rest, dear listener, let the quiet of the night hold you gently. The world is soft now, your breath a slow rhythm, your thoughts drifting like ripples on a calm river. We've seen how your ears, those delicate composers, catch the unseen waves of sound and send them to your brain. But the true symphony emerges in your mind, where raw vibrations become music, voices, and stories. Your hearing is a marvel, but it's not just the world's song, it's a creation shaped by memory and imagination. So, let your mind wander, let the night's stillness guide you, and let's explore how your brain turns echoes into meaning. Sometimes, your brain's predictions lead it astray. Have you ever heard a sound in the night and thought it was something more, a rustle mistaken for a whisper, a creak for a step? These are moments when the composer's pen moves too quickly, writing a melody based on expectation rather than truth. Scientists study this through auditory illusions, like the shepherd tone, where a sound seems to rise endlessly but never changes pitch. Your brain expects a pattern, so it hears one. Even when the notes loop back, it's not a mistake, it's a sign of how actively your mind shapes what you hear, crafting a story from the vibrations around you. This shaping happens in the auditory cortex, a region near your temples that acts like a composer's studio. The signals from your ears arrive here, raw and unformed, like notes waiting to be arranged. One part of the cortex decodes pitch, another rhythm, another the timbre of a voice or instrument. Imagine a team of musicians, each adding their expertise to the score. When you hear a bird's song or a loved one's voice, your brain breaks it down, the high trill, the steady cadence, the warmth of the tone. These pieces are woven together so swiftly, so seamlessly, that you hear a single, vibrant sound, not a collection of parts. The auditory cortex doesn't just process sound, gives it meaning. When you hear a familiar melody, it might stir a memory, a moment of joy, a quiet evening long ago. This is because sound travels a direct path to your brain's emotional centers. Like the amygdala, bypassing some of the slower routes your vision takes. A sudden noise can make your heart race. A gentle lullaby can calm your mind. Right now, as you lie there, listen to the sounds of the night, the soft hum of silence, the faint rustle of a curtain. They feel alive, don't they? That's your brain at work, turning vibrations into emotions, into stories. Your hearing is deeply tied to memory, more so than vision. A sound can pull you back to a moment you'd forgotten, the chime of a clock, the laughter of a friend. This is because the auditory cortex works closely with the hippocampus, the brain's memory keeper. When you hear a sound, your brain compares it to patterns it knows, filling in gaps with recollection. This is why the phoneme restoration effect works so well. A word is interrupted. Your brain uses memory to complete it, making the conversation feel whole. It's like a composer filling in a missing note to keep the melody flowing. Your brain's ability to predict sound is a quiet marvel. When you listen to someone speak, your brain anticipates the next word, the next sound, based on context and rhythm. This predictive coding lets you follow a conversation in a noisy room or recognize a song from its first notes. But it can also create illusions. Have you ever heard a phrase and misunderstood it, only to realize later what was said? This is called a mondegreen, where your brain fills in words it expects, like hearing sweet dreams as sweet cream. Right now, as you rest, what sounds do you hear? The quiet hum, the soft rustle, they what they sing? Or is your brain composing its own melody? Your hearing doesn't work alone. It blends with your other senses, each adding depth to the symphony. The sight of a glowing lamp, the feel of your blanket, the faint scent of rain, they ground what you hear, making the world feel whole. But sound often carries emotion, stirring your heart in ways vision cannot. It's why a distant song can make you pause, or a sudden noise can startle you awake. Your ears give your brain a rich score, but they are not the only composers. Other senses, like touch, wait to add their own notes to the night. This act of hearing is deeply personal. Your memories, your emotions, your expectations, they all shape the symphony. If you're calm, the night's hum feels soothing. If you're restless, a creak might seem eerie. People can hear the same sound, a bustling crowd, a quiet breeze, and hear different stories. Arena's composition is yours alone, colored by who you are. Right now, as you lie there, what do you hear? The soft hum of silence, the rhythm of your breath. That's your brain at work, crafting a melody that's uniquely yours. Your brain's artistry extends beyond the moment. It draws on memories to fill in gaps, like recalling a familiar tune to complete a broken melody. It uses expectations to predict what's next, like anticipating the rhythm of a conversation. This predictive power is why auditory illusions work. Your brain trusts its own score, sometimes more than the vibrations themselves. Scientists call this top-down processing, but think of it as a composer adding their own flair, guided by experience and imagination. That's why a fleeting sound can feel so vivid, so real. Even when the notes are unclear, as you drift, let this thought settle like dust in a quiet room. Your hearing, this gift that fills your world with music, is both a window and a creation. It captures the world's vibrations, but it also shapes them, filling in gaps, composing melodies from memory and expectation. It's a marvel, but it's not the full story. Your other senses, sight, smell, bring their own notes, their own colors. What would happen if we felt those notes more closely? What stories do they tell in the stillness of the night? So, as you drift, imagine the colors of your world, how much of them are painted by light, and how much by your mind. Breathe gently now, dear listener, and let the night cradle you in its quiet arms. Perhaps you're nestled in a cozy room in Lahore, where the soft hum of the city fades into the stillness. Or maybe you're under a blanket of stars in a distant place, the air cool against your skin. Your breath is slow, your body heavy, and your mind is ready to drift. We've journeyed through the tapestry of your reality, woven by your brain, painted by your eyes, and whispered by sound. Tonight, we turn to another thread, the language of touch, the silent mapmaker of your world. It's a gift, your sense of touch, grounding you in the moment, yet speaking in ways you rarely notice. So, let your thoughts settle like dust in a quiet room. Let your body sink into the bed. And come with me into the gentle mystery of what you feel. Your skin is a storyteller, a vast map that speaks the world to your brain. It's not just a barrier or a shield. It's a living canvas, alive with sensation. Imagine your skin as a mapmaker, charting the terrain where your body meets the world. Every inch of you, your fingertips brushing your blanket, your head resting on a pillow, the cool air grazing your arms is part of this map. Right now, as you lie there, feel the weight of your body against the bed, the soft weave of fabric. Under your hands, the gentle pressure of your breath. These sensations are the language of touch, a quiet conversation between you and the world. It's translated by your brain into meaning. This language begins with your skin, the largest organ you carry. Beneath its surface lie millions of tiny sensors, each a voice in the chorus of touch. These are mechanoreceptors, delicate cells that respond to pressure, vibration, and texture. When you press your hand against your blanket, mechanoreceptors, called Merkel cells, sense the steady pressure, painting the shape of the fabric on your mental map. Meissner's corpuscles, quick and sensitive, catch the lightest brush, like the tickle of a breeze or the flutter of a shawl. Pacinian corpuscles, deeper in your skin, hum with vibrations, perhaps the faint pulse of a fan nearby. Together, these sensors weave a story of contact, telling your brain where you are and what surrounds you. But touch is more than pressure. It's also warmth, cold, and pain, each with its own voice. Thermoreceptors in your skin sense temperature, coolness of a glass of water in your hand, the warmth of a shawl draped over your shoulders. Nociceptors, the guardians of pain, warn you when something is too sharp, too hot, too much. Right now, as you rest, your skin might feel the cool night air, a contrast to the warmth of your bed. These sensations are not just feelings. They're messages carried by nerves to your brain, where they become part of the map of your reality. Your brain listens, weaving these signals into the story of this moment. This map-making is precise, yet personal. Your brain doesn't just receive these signals, it interprets them like a cartographer sketching a landscape. It's a somatosensory cortex, a strip across the top of your brain, is the map-maker's studio. Each part of your body, your fingers, your lips, your feet has its own region here, a space where sensations are sorted and understood. Your fingertips, so sensitive, claim a large patch of this cortex, while your back, less delicate, takes a smaller one. This is why a touch on your hand feels vivid, precise, while a brush on your arm is softer, less defined. Your brain draws the map with care, making every touch a part of your world. Touch is also a guide to your body's place in space, a sense called proprioception. This is your inner map maker, tracking where your limbs are without needing to look. Close your eyes now and notice your arms resting by your side or your legs stretched beneath the blanket. You know where they are, don't you? Test proprioception. At work, sensors in your muscles and joints sending signals to your brain, sketching the outline of your body. It's why you can reach for a glass of water in the dark or walk through a familiar room without stumbling. Your brain maps your body's position, leaving it into the larger story of your reality. This language of touch is deeply emotional. Think of a moment to hug from a loved one, the warmth of a child's hand in yours, the comfort of a familiar shawl. Steved. Touches carry meaning beyond the physical. Scientists say touch activates the insula, a part of your brain tied to emotion, making a gentle touch feel like love, a firm grip like safety. In Pakistan, where family gatherings fill homes with warmth, a hand on your shoulder during an Eid celebration can speak louder than words. Touch is a bridge, connecting you to others, grounding you in the moment, making the world feel real. Asterisk, but touch can be tricked, just like vision. Your brain's map is so eager to make sense of sensation that it sometimes weaves a story that isn't quite true. Scientists explore this through the rubber hand illusion, a curious experiment. Imagine a rubber hand placed near your real hand, hidden from view. If someone strokes both hands in sync, your brain might start to believe the rubber hand is yours, weaving it into your body's map. You might feel a touch where there is none, a strange sensation that reveals how flexible your sense of touch can be. Your brain is a storyteller, always ready to redraw the map to fit the moment. Right now, as you lie there, feel the sensations around you, the softness of your blanket, the coolness of the air, the weight of your body. These are the map maker's notes, charting where you are. But what happens when this map extends beyond the physical, into the realm of memory and feeling? Pause as the night grows still and wonder, what stories does your skin tell when it speaks of the past? As you rest, dear listener, let the night's quiet hold you like a gentle embrace. Your breath is a soft rhythm, your body sinking deeper into the bed, your thoughts drifting like petals on a calm stream. We've begun to explore the language of touch, your skin as a map maker, charting the world's terrain. Its senses, mechanoreceptors, thermoceptors, nociceptors, speak of pressure, warmth, and warning, while proprioception maps your body's place in space. But touch is more than a physical story. It's a bridge to emotion, memory, and meaning. So, let your mind wander, let the stillness guide you, okay? And let's dive deeper into the tender language your skin speaks. Your sense of touch is a conversation, not just with the world, but with your past. Every sensation, say, the feel of a cool breeze through an open window in Islamabad creates echoes of moments gone by. The texture of a woolen shawl might remind you of a winter evening with family. The roughness of a jute mat might call back a childhood picnic under a mango tree. These connections are not accidents. Your brain weaves touch into memory, using the somatosensory cortex to link sensation with feeling. It's the insula, that emotional center, lights up when you feel loved. One's hand or the comfort of a familiar object, turning touch into a story of belonging. This emotional power is why touch feels so intimate. A hug, a pat on the back, a gentle brush of fingers. These are more than physical acts. They speak to your brain's deepest layers, calming your heart, easing your mind. Scientists have found that touch releases oxytocin, a hormone that fosters trust and connection. In a crowded bazaar in Peshawar, where hands clasp in greeting, This chemical whisper makes you feel part of something larger. Right now, as you lie in bed, notice the touch of your blanket, the way it wraps you in comfort. That's your brain, listening, weaving a sense of safety into this quiet moment. But touch, like vision, can tell stories that bend reality. The rubber hand illusion, which we touched on, shows how easily your brain rewrites its map. In this experiment, stroking a rubber hand in sync with your hidden real hand can make you feel the touch on the rubber as if it's part of you. Your brain, eager to make sense of sensation, adopts the false hand, redrawing the map of your body. It's a strange, almost magical trick, revealing how flexible your sense of self is. Your skin speaks, but your brain decides what it means, blending truth with imagination to create a seamless story. This flexibility extends to pain. A voice in the language of touch that's both protector and storyteller. Nociceptors, those pain sensors, alert your brain to danger, burn from a hot cup of chai, a pinch from a tight shoe. But pain is not just physical, it's shaped by your mind. If you're anxious, a small ache might feel sharper. Ear.com. It might fade. This is why a child's scraped knee feels better with a parent's kiss. It's not just the touch, but the story of comfort your brain weaves around it. Right now, as you rest, your body is free of pain, isn't it? The quiet comfort of your bed is a story your brain tells, softening the edges of the night. Touch also works with your other senses to build your reality. The glow of a lamp, the hum of a distant motorbike, the scent of jasmine, they all blend with the feel of your blanket or the cool air on your skin. This collaboration, called multisensory integration, makes the world feel whole. Your brain is a master map maker, taking each sensation and weaving it into a single, vivid picture. You walk through a garden in Rawalpindi, the sight of roses, the sound of birds, and the feel of grass underfoot merge into one experience. Without touch, the picture would be incomplete. Like a map missing its borders. Proprioception, that inner sense of your body's position, adds another layer. It's why you can close your eyes and still know where your hands rest, whether curled under your pillow or lying by your side. This sense is vital for movement. Imagine threading a needle or sipping tea without looking. Your brain uses signals from muscles and joints to keep this map updated, letting you move through the world with ease. But it, too, can be tricked. In experiments, vibrating a muscle can make your arm feel longer, as if your brain's map has stretched. Your body is a story, and touch is its constant author. Touch is also cultural, shaped by the world you know. In Pakistan, where hands join in salam or share food at a dastar kwan, touch carries tradition. A grandmother's pat, a friend's handshake. These are rituals that speak to your brain, weaving connection into your reality. Scientists say touch strengthens social bonds, activating the prefrontal cortex, which ties sensation to meaning. Even now, as you feel the bed beneath you, your brain is weaving a story of rest, of home, of being part of the world. As you lie there, let this thought settle like a soft breeze. Your sense of touch, this quiet mapmaker, charts the world with every sensation, the weight of your blanket, the coolness of the night, the rhythm of your breath. It's a language of presence, grounding you in the moment. Yet it's also a story, shaped by memory, emotion, and imagination. But what happens when this language reaches beyond the present, into the whispers of memory carried by scent and taste? Let's pause as the night grows deeper and wonder what memories does your skin stir as it rests in the quiet. As you drift, dear listener, let the night's quiet hold you like a soft embrace. Your breath is a gentle rhythm, your body sinking deeper into the bed, your thoughts floating like clouds across a moonlit sky. We've begun to explore the fragile senses of taste and smell, those intimate shapes blending the world's flavors and aromas into your reality. They speak in whispers, stirring memories with every note the tempts of a fruit, the scent of rain. But their work is delicate. shaped by your brain's quiet artistry. So, let your mind wander, let the stillness guide you, and let's dive deeper into the tender stories your taste and smell weave. Your brain is a master chef. It's not just tasting and smelling, but creating meaning from these senses. The signals from your tongue and nose travel to the gustatory cortex for taste and the olfactory bulb for smell. But they don't stop there. They weave into the limbic system, where emotion and memory live. This is why a single taste, a sip of mango lassi, the spice of a kebab, can pull you back to a moment you thought was lost. Perhaps it's an Eid feast, plates piled high with biryani, laughter filling the air. The flavor isn't just food. It's a story, a memory your brain has kept, ready to unfold with one taste. Smell is even more powerful. It's whispers, reaching deeper. The olfactory bulb sends signals to the amygdala, sparking emotions in the hippocampus, tying scents to memories. Have you ever caught a whiff of something, say, the smoky aroma of a tander or the sweetness of guava, and felt a rush of feeling? Maybe it's a childhood garden in Rawalpindi, the air heavy with jasmine, or a winter morning with the warm scent of paratha frying. These are not just smells. They are portals, opening doors to your past. Scientists say this happens because smell evolved to guide survival, detecting food, danger, or a mate. But for you, it's a bridge to who you are. This connection is fragile, though. Your nose can detect thousands of scents, but is easily overwhelmed. A strong perfume might drown out the subtle aroma of rain, and olfactory fatigue can make a familiar scent, like the incense in a mosque, fade after a moment. Your brain compensates, using memory to fill in gaps. When you smell fresh bread, your brain might recall not just the scent, but the warmth of a bakery, the crunch of crust. This is predictive coding, the same trick we saw with vision and touch. Your brain expects certain smells, blending them with memory to create a richer experience. Taste, too, relies on expectation. Your gustatory cortex, tucked near the somatosensory cortex, interprets flavors, but it's influenced by what you know. If you expect a sweet drink and taste something sour, your brain hesitates, rewriting the recipe. This is why a dish you love, like a spicy halim, tastes better when you're hungry or with family. Your brain weaves context into flavor, making every bite a story. Right now, as you rest, your tongue might hold a faint echo of Denora, spice, a sweetness. Your brain is savoring it, blending it with the quiet of this moment. But these senses can be tricked, just like the others. Scientists study this through phenomena like sensory confusion. Imagine tasting a colorless drink, dyed red. You might swear it's cherry, even if it's plain water. Your brain expects flavor from color, blending sight with taste. Or consider the phantom smell, or a memory like the scent of your grandmother's kitchen feels so vivid you'd swear it's in the room. These tricks show how your brain, the chef, doesn't just taste or smell. It creates weaving sensation with imagination to build your reality. This fragility makes taste and smell unique. Unlike vision, which paints bold strokes, or touch, which grounds you, these senses are fleeting, easily lost. Cold can dull your nose. A strong flavor can mask a subtle one. Yet, their power lies in their intimacy. In Pakistan, where meals are shared and scents fill the air, cardamom in tea, roses in a garden, these senses carry culture. It's a whiff of attar at a wedding, or the taste of sheer kurma on Eid, isn't just sensation. It's tradition, memory, home. Your brain weaves these moments into your reality, making them part of who you are. Your senses of taste and smell also work with others, creating a fuller picture. It's the sight of a steaming plate, the sound of sizzling oil, the feel of a warm naan in your hand. They blend with taste and smell to make a meal unforgettable. This multisensory integration, as scientists call it, is your brain's way of cooking a complete dish, each sense a spice in the recipe. Right now, As you lie in bed, notice the air you breathe, perhaps a faint scent of linen or the lingering taste of tea. These are small notes, but your brain weaves them into the story of this night as you drift. Let this thought settle like a soft veil. Your taste and smell, these fragile chefs, bring the world inside you, blending flavors and aromas into memories that shape your reality. They are delicate, easily lost, yet powerful, carrying you to moments past. But what happens when these memories themselves shift, when the stories your brain tells begin to change? Let's pause as the night grows deeper and wonder, what tales does your mind rewrite as it savors the past? You drift, dear listener. Let the night's quiet hold you like a soft embrace. Your breath is a gentle rhythm, your body sinking deeper into the bed, your thoughts floating like clouds across a moonlit sky. We've begun to explore the fragile senses of taste and smell, those intimate chefs blending the world's flavors and aromas into your reality. They speak in whispers, stirring memories with every note, the tempts of a fruit, the scent of rain. But their work is delicate, shaped by your brain's quiet artistry. So, let your mind wander. Let the stillness guide you, okay? And let's dive deeper into the tender stories your taste and smell weave. Your brain is a master chef, not just tasting and smelling, but creating meaning from these senses. The signals from your tongue and nose travel to the gustatory cortex for taste and the olfactory bulb for smell. But they don't stop there. They weave into the limbic system, where emotion and memory live. This is why a single tasted sip of mango lassi, the spice of a kebab, can pull you back to a moment you thought was lost. Perhaps it's an Eid feast, plates piled high with biryani, laughter filling the air. The flavor isn't just food. It's a story, a memory your brain has kept, ready to unfold with one taste. Smell is even more powerful. Its whispers reaching deeper. The olfactory bulbs send signals to the amygdala, sparking emotions in the hippocampus, tying scents to memories. Have you ever caught a whiff of something, say, the smoky aroma of a tender or the sweetness of guava nut, felt a rush of feeling? Maybe it's a childhood garden in Rawalpindi, the air heavy with jasmine, or a winter morning with the warm scent of paratha frying. These are not just smells, tales, opening doors to your past. Scientists say this happens because smell evolved to guide survival, detecting food, danger, or a mate butt for you. It's a bridge to who you are. This connection is fragile though. Your nose can detect thousands of scents, but it's easily overwhelmed, right? Strong perfume might drown out the subtle aroma of rain, and olfactory fatigue can make a familiar scent like the incense in a mosque after a moment. Your brain compensates, using memory to fill in gaps. When you smell fresh bread, your brain might recall not just the scent, but the warmth of a bakery, the crunch of crust. This is predictive coding, the same trick we saw with vision and touch. Your brain expects certain smells, blending them with memory to create a richer experience. Taste, too, relies on expectation. Your gustatory cortex, tucked near the somatosensory cortex, interprets flavors, but is influenced by what you know. If you expect a sweet drink and taste something sour, your brain hesitates, rewriting the recipe. This is why a dish you love, like a spicy halim, tastes better when you're hungry or with family. Your brain weaves context into flavor, making every bite a story. Right now, as you rest, your tongue might hold a faint echo of dinner. Spice, a sweetness. Your brain is savoring it, blending it with the quiet of this moment. But these senses can be tricked, just like the others. Scientists study this through phenomena like sensory confusion. Imagine tasting a colorless drink dyed red. You might swear it's cherry, even if it's plain water. Your brain expects flavor from color, blending sight with taste. Consider the phantom smell, where a memory like the scent of your grandmother's kitchen feels so vivid you'd swear it's in the room. These tricks show how your brain, the chef, doesn't just taste or smell. It creates, weaving sensation with imagination to build your reality. This fragility makes taste and smell unique. Unlike vision, which paints bold strokes, or touch, which grounds you, these senses are fleeting, easily lost. A cold can dull your nose, a strong flavor can mask a subtle one. Yet their power lies in their intimacy. In Pakistan, where meals are shared and scents fill the air, cardamom in tea, roses in a garden, these senses carry culture. A whiff of attar at a wedding, or the taste of sheer kurma on Eid, isn't just sensation. It's tradition, memory, home. Your brain weaves these moments into your reality, making them part of who you are. Your senses of taste and smell also work with others, creating a fuller picture. The sight of a steaming plate, the sound of sizzling oil, the feel of a warm naan in your hand, they blend with taste and smell to make a meal unforgettable. This multisensory integration, as scientists call it, is your brain's way of cooking a complete dish, each sense a spice in the recipe. Right now, as you lie in bed, notice the air you breathe, perhaps a faint scent of linen or the lingering taste of tea. These are small notes, but your brain weaves them into the story of this night. As you drift, let this thought settle like a soft veil. Your taste and smell, these fragile shapes, bring the world inside you, blending flavors and aromas into memories that shape your reality. They are delicate, easily lost, yet powerful, carrying you to moments past. But what happens when these memories themselves shift, when the stories your brain tells begin to change? Let's pause as the night grows deeper and wonder what tales does your mind rewrite as it savors the past? Breathe deeply now, dear listener, and let the night cradle you in its quiet embrace. Perhaps you're tucked into a soft bed in Karachi, where the city's hum has faded to a gentle whisper. Or resting under a starry sky in a distant village, the air cool and still. Your breath is slow, your body heavy, your mind drifting like a leaf on a calm stream. We've journeyed through the tapestry of your reality, woven by your brain, painted by sight, whispered by sound, grounded by touch, and flavored by taste and smell. Tonight, we turn to a deeper thread: memory, the storyteller of your past. It's a quiet editor, shaping the tales you carry, but its stories shift with every telling. So, let your thoughts soften, let the night's hush guide you, and come with me into the gentle mystery of what you remember. Your memory is not a vault, storing moments like photographs in a dusty album. It's a storyteller, crafting and recrafting the tales of your life. Imagine your brain as a writer, seated at a desk, pen in hand, weaving stories from the threads of your experiences. Perhaps a childhood evening in Lahore, the scent of jasmine in the air, or a family gathering filled with laughter over biryani. Right now, as you lie there, a memory might flicker, a moment of joy, a quiet conversation, the warmth of a loved one's voice. These stories feel solid, don't they? But they're not fixed. They're alive, reshaped each time you call them back. Let's explore how this happens, how your brain writes the story of your past. Memory begins with encoding, the moment an experience is captured. When you sip chai under a banyan tree or hear a muezzin's call at dawn, your brain takes note. The hippocampus, a small, seahorse-shaped region deep in your brain, acts like a scribe, jotting down the details, sights, sounds, feelings. It works with the prefrontal cortex, which decides what matters, and the amygdala, which colors moments with emotion. A joyful Eid celebration, with its glitter of lights and taste of sheer kurma, is encoded vividly because it carries feeling. Right now, as you rest, your brain is still encoding the coolness of your pillow, the quiet of the night, writing the story of this moment. Once encoded, memories are stored, tucked away like pages in a book. The cortex, the The brain's outer layer holds these stories, spreading them across regions: visual details in the visual cortex, sounds in the auditory cortex, emotions in the limbic system. But storage isn't permanent. It's fragile, like ink that fades. Some memories, like the taste of your mother's cooking, are etched deeply, while others, strangers face in a market, fade quickly. Scientists say this depends on repetition and emotion. A moment you revisit often, like a family wedding filled with music and dance, grows stronger, while fleeting ones slip away. As you lie there, what memory lingers? Perhaps a warm evening, a familiar song. Your brain is holding it, ready to tell its tale. Retrieving a memory is like opening that book, but the story changes with each reading. When you recall a moment, say, a monsoon afternoon splashing in the puddles, your brain doesn't just replay it, it rewrites it, blending the original details with your current mood, beliefs, and expectations. This is called memory reconsolidation, and it's why memories shift over time. That rainy day might feel more joyful now, or tinged with nostalgia, depending on how you feel tonight. Your brain, the storyteller, edits the tale, adding new colors, softening edges, making it fit the present. It's a quiet act of creation, happening even as you drift towards sleep. This editing can lead to surprises. Have you ever remembered a moment vividly, only to find it wasn't quite as you thought? Perhaps you swore a childhood picnic was in a park, but a photo shows it was a rooftop. This is source amnesia, where your brain keeps the story but forgets where it came from. You might recall a fact, say, the name of a flower, but not who told you or when. Your brain weaves these fragments into a new tale, filling gaps with imagination. Right now, as you rest, a memory might surface: a laugh, a place, a taste. It feels real, but your brain is editing, shaping it to fit the quiet of this night. Your memories are also shaped by emotion. The amygdala, that emotional heart, decides which stories matter. A moment of furor, loud noise in the dark, burns brightly, while a mundane morning fades. This is why you might vividly recall your first day at school, the flutter of nerves, the smell of new books, but struggle to remember what you ate last week. Your brain prioritizes what moves you, weaving those moments into the fabric of your past. As you lie there, feel the weight of your body, the calm of the night. What memory does this stillness stir? It's a moment of love, perhaps, or a quiet joy. But memory is fragile, easily swayed. Your brain storyteller is creative, sometimes too creative, blending fact with fiction. Scientists study this through phenomena like false memories, where you recall something that never happened. Imagine believing you lost a toy as a child, only to learn it was a story you heard, not lived. Your brain weaves it into your past, making it feel true. This fragility is what makes memory so human, so alive. It's not a record. It's a story, told anew, each time you call it back. Right now, as you rest, your brain is still telling stories: the quiet of your room, the softness of your blanket, the night's calm. These moments are being written, stored, ready to be recalled. But how did these stories shape who you are? Let's pause as the night grows still and wonder, what tales does your brain weave to define you? As you drift, dear listener, let the night stillness hold you like a gentle embrace. Your breath is a soft rhythm, your body sinking deeper into the bed, your thoughts floating like clouds across a moonlit sky. We've begun to explore memory, your brain's storyteller, weaving the tales of your past, coding moments, storing them and reshaping them with every recall. It's a fragile art, this storytelling, blending truth with imagination. So let your mind wander, let the quiet guide you, and let's dive deeper into the stories your brain tells and how they shape the you that rests tonight. Your memory's editing is constant, even now, as you lie in the quiet. Every time you recall a moment, say, a family gathering in Rawalpindi, the clink of glasses, the warmth of laughter. Your brain rewrites it. This reconsolidation isn't just a quirk, it's how memory works. Scientists say each recall makes a memory malleable, like clay reshaped by a potter's hands. Your emotions, your current state, even the night's calm, color the story. That gathering might feel warmer now. The face is brighter because you're resting in peace. Your brain edits to fit the moment, making every memory a living, breathing tale. This editing can create curious effects. Have you ever felt a moment was familiar, as if you've lived it before? This is déjà vu, a glitch in the storyteller's craft. Your brain, sensing a scene, perhaps a quiet street at dusk. The scent of rain might mistakenly tag it as a memory, not a new experience. Scientists think this happens when the hippocampus misfires, blending the present with the past. It's like a storyteller flipping to the wrong page, making you feel you've read this chapter before. Right now, as you rest, does the night feel familiar? Your brain might be weaving a hint of déjà vu, tying this moment to a memory it's rewriting. Your memories are also shaped by biases, subtle lenses that colored the tale. Confirmation bias, for instance, makes you recall moments that fit your beliefs. If you think of yourself as shy, you might remember a party where you stood quietly, or forget the times you laughed loudly. Your brain selects details that match its story of you, editing out the rest. In Pakistan, where stories of family and tradition run deep, you might recall moments of togetherness, seed prayers, a shared meal more vividly because they fit the narrative of home. Your brain is a storyteller, but it's also a curator, choosing what to keep. This curation isn't perfect. Source amnesia, where you remember a fact but not its origin, is a common slip. You might recall the taste of a dish, say, Kia, from a festival, but forget who made it or when. Your brain keeps the flavor, the feeling, but loses the context, weaving it into a new story. As false memories go further, creating tales that never happened. You might swear you attended a wedding, only to learn it was a story told by a cousin, not your own experience. Your brain, eager to make sense, fills in gaps with imagination, making the story feel as real as this moment. These quirks reveal how memory shapes your identity. Your sense of self, your story of who you are is built from these tales. The hippocampus and prefrontal cortex work together, weaving memories into a narrative that defines you. A moment of courage, like speaking up at a school event, becomes a chapter in your story of strength. A quiet evening with family, sharing stories over tea, becomes a chapter of love. Right now, as you lie there, what story does your brain tell about you? The softness of your bed, the calm of the night, these are new pages being written as you drift. Your memories are not just personal, they're cultural. In Pakistan, where history and tradition weave through daily life, memories carry the weight of shared stories, tales of festivals, markets, monsoons. These moments are encoded with emotion, making them vivid. Scientists say emotional memories tied to the amygdala are stronger, which is why you might recall the joy of a wedding or the sorrow of a farewell more clearly than a routine day. Your brain prioritizes these stories, shaping not just your past but how you see yourself in the world. But memory's fragility makes it human. It's not a machine recording every detail. It's a storyteller, creative and flawed, blending fact with feeling. guide. Your memories are yours alone, a unique tapestry woven from your experiences. As you rest, notice the quiet of this moment, the cool air, the soft blanket. Your brain is writing this now, but how will it edit this story tomorrow? As you lie there, let this thought settle like a soft veil. Your memory, this tireless storyteller, weaves the past into the fabric of your reality. But it's always editing, reshaping, creating. It defines you, yet it's fragile, blending truth with imagination. But what happens when we ask who this you really is, when the storyteller turns to the self? Let's pause as the night grows deeper and wonder, who is the you, drifting toward dreams? Rest now, dear listener, in the quiet cradle of the night, where shadows soften and the world feels far away. Perhaps you're lying in a cozy room in Peshawar, the faint glow of a lamp painting your walls, or tucked beneath a blanket in a distant place, stars winking through a window. Your body is still, your mind a gentle tide, ready to ebb and flow. We've journeyed through the tapestry of your reality, woven by your brain, painted by sight, whispered by sound, grounded by touch, flavored by memory. Tonight, we turn inward to the heart of it all, the idea of you, the self you carry. It feels solid, doesn't it? Yet, it's a tapestry, woven from many threads, not one. So, let your thoughts wander like fireflies in the dark, and come with me into the tender mystery of who you are. The you know, the one who laughs, dreams, loves, feels like a single, unchanging core. But your brain tells a different story. It's not a single narrator, but a weaver, stitching together countless threads to create the illusion of a self. Imagine your brain as a loom, its billions of neurons threading together sensations, memories, emotions, and thoughts. Right now, as you lie there, you might feel the weight of your body, the calm of the night, the flicker of a memory, a moment of joy in a Lahore market. Perhaps these are the threads, and your brain weaves them into the story of you. A tale so seamless, it feels like one voice. This weaving happens across your brain, with no single place where you live. Scientists once searched for a center of the self, a command room where your identity resides. They found none. Instead, your sense of self emerges from a chorus of regions working together. The visual cortex paints what you see, the glow of a lamp, the outline of your room. Its auditory cortex hums with sounds, the distant call of a muezzin, the rustle of your blanket. The somatosensory cortex maps touch the coolness of the air, the softness of your bed. These regions don't act alone. They blend their notes, creating a harmony your brain calls you. The amygdala, deep in your brain, adds emotion to this tapestry. It's the thread of feeling joy at a family wedding, warmth from a friend's smile, or the quiet peace of this moment. The prefrontal cortex, your planner and decision maker, weaves in thoughts and choices. Should you sleep now or linger in this story? Together, these regions create a narrative, a sense of a single you experiencing the world. But it's an illusion, a story your brain tells to make sense of its many voices. Right now, as you rest, feel that you, the one listening, breathing, dreaming, is real, yet it's woven, a creation of your brain's quiet artistry. This idea that the self is an illusion comes from studies of the brain's complexity. Scientists once thought the brain had a central self controlling everything, but research, like split brain studies, tells a different tale. In rare cases, when the corpus callosum, the bridge between the brain's two hemispheres, is cut, the mind seems to split. One side might choose an action, like picking up a pen, while the other side explains it differently, weaving a story to justify it. This shows how your brain creates narratives to unify its parts, even when they disagree. Yourself is the story that ties it all together, like a tapestry holding countless threads. These threads are dynamic, always shifting. Your emotions shape the weave. Calm tonight, perhaps, but anxious another day. Your memories, as we've seen, are edited with each recall, changing the pattern. Even your senses, sight, sound, touch, new colors, moment by moment. In Pakistan, where identity is woven with family, culture, and tradition, yourself might feel tied to a shared moment, to San Eid prayer, a laughter-filled iftar. These experiences are threads stitched into the tapestry of you. Right now, as you lie there, what threads do you feel? The quiet of the night, the memory of a loved one's voice. Your brain is weaving them, creating the you of this moment. This weaving is so seamless, you rarely notice its work. When you wake tomorrow, you'll feel like the same person who fell asleep, but your brain is always updating the tapestry, adding new threads, reshaping old ones. Scientists call this the narrative self, a story that gives you continuity. It's why you feel like you across years, despite changing thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Yet, this story is fragile. A single change of forgotten memory, a shifted emotion can alter the weave. Your brain, the weaver, is both creator and creation. It's telling the story of you as it lives it. As you rest, let this thought settle like a gentle mist. The you know, is a tapestry woven from countless thread senses, memories, emotions. It feels solid, but it's a story crafted by your brain to make sense of the world. But what happens when this story shifts, when the threads of time begin to bend? Let's pause as the night grows still and wonder, how does your brain weave the moments that seem to stretch or vanish? Lie still now, dear listener, as the night folds around you like a quiet song. Perhaps you're in a soft bed in Quetta, where the cool mountain air brushes your window, or resting in a faraway place, the stars a silent audience above. Your body is calm, your mind a gentle stream flowing through the darkness. We've begun to unravel the illusion of you, a tapestry woven by your brain from countless thread senses, memories, emotions. It's a story, this you, crafted to feel whole, yet it's ever-changing, a creation of the mind's quiet loom. So, let your thoughts drift like lanterns in the sky, and let's dive deeper into the mystery of who you are when the world grows still. Your brain's weaving of the self is a marvel, but it's not a single thread. Chorus of regions singing together. A prefrontal cortex, your storyteller's voice, plans and reflects, deciding who you are in each moment, perhaps the one who chooses to rest now, or the one who dreams of tomorrow. The amygdala weaves an emotion, coloring your story with joy, fear, or peace. The visual cortex adds the sights, the glow of a lamp, the shadow of a minaret at dusk. These regions don't have a single leader. They work as one, creating the illusion of a unified you. Right now, as you lie there, you feel like one person, don't you? But that's the tapestry's magic, hiding its many threads. This illusion is revealed in studies of the brain's strange behaviors. Complete brain experiments, where the connection between hemispheres is severed, show how the mind creates unity. In these cases, one side of the brain might act choosing a book, while the other side invents a reason, like I wanted to read. The brain weaves a story to make sense of itself, even when its parts are divided. This happens in all of us, too. When you act on impulse, reaching for a glass of water or laughing at a memory, your brain crafts a narrative to explain it, making you feel consistent. It's a storyteller, always tying loose threads into a single tale. Your culture weaves its own threads into this tapestry. In Pakistan, where identity is shaped by family, faith, and tradition, yourself carries the weight of shared stories. the memory of a family iftar, the sound of qawwali music, the feel of a prayer rug under your knees. These are threads your brain uses to define you. Scientists say the medial prefrontal cortex, a key player in self-awareness, lights up when you think of personal traits or cultural roles: daughter, friend, dreamer. These roles are part of the story, woven into the you that feels so real. As you rest now, what role do you feel? The listener, the thinker, the one drifting toward sleep. This tapestry is not static. It shifts with every moment. Your emotions, like the calm of this night or the excitement of a festival, change the weave. Your memories, edited with each recall, add new patterns. Even your senses right now, the cool air, the softness of your blanket add fresh threads. Kind of scientists call this the dynamic self, a story that evolves. You're not the same you were a year ago, or even yesterday. Yet, your brain keeps the narrative flowing, making you feel continuous. Like a river that changes yet remains one. This fluidity can be unsettling. If the you is a story, what happens when the story falters? Brain injuries or conditions, like amnesia, can unravel the tapestry, leaving gaps in the self. Someone might forget their past, yet still feel like themselves, showing how resilient this illusion is. Your brain rebuilds, reweaves, creating a new story from what remains. Even in everyday life, your self shifts: calm tonight, restless tomorrow. Right now, as you lie in the quiet, you might feel a steady you, but it's a moment's weave. It's a story your brain is telling now. This storytelling is personal, shaped by your experiences. In a bustling market in Karachi, you might feel like a wanderer, weaving through crowds. At a quiet family dinner, you're a listener, a loved one. Each moment adds a thread, colored by your culture, your history, your emotions. Scientists say the default mode network, a web of brain regions, activates when you reflect on yourself, tying these threads into a narrative. It's why you feel like you, whether you're praying at a mosque or resting in this bed. Brain is always weaving, making the illusion of you feel whole. As you lie there, let this thought settle like a quiet dawn. The you know, is a tapestry, woven from countless thread senses, memories, emotions, culture. It's a story, vivid and real, yet ever-changing, crafted by your brain's silent loom. But what happens when this story stretches beyond the self, into the flow of time itself? Let's pause as the night deepens and wonder who is the you drifting toward dreams. Pause now, dear listener, and let the night stillness wrap you like a whispered secret. Perhaps you're nestled in a quiet room in Multan, where the city's glow softens to a faint hum, or lying under a vast sky in a far-off place, stars blinking in the silence. Your body rests, your mind a gentle wave, lapping at the edges of thought. We've woven through the tapestry of your reality, crafted by sight, sound, touch, taste, memory, and the illusion of you. Tonight, we turn to a stranger thread, time, the rhythm that seems to guide your days. It feels steady, doesn't it? Cat, your brain bends it, stretching and shrinking moments. So, let your thoughts drift like kites in a twilight breeze, and come with me into the quiet mystery of time's flow. Time feels like a river, flowing at a constant pace, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour. But your brain is a clockmaker, crafting a version of time that shifts with your mind's mood. Imagine your brain as a skilled artisan, tinkering with a clock not made of gears, but of neurons. Right now, as you lie in the stillness, time might feel slow, each breath a long, gentle note. Yet, in a moment of joy like laughter, at an Eid gathering or fear, like a silent noise in the dark, time can race or stretch. This is not the world's time, measured by clocks on walls, but your brain's time, creation as fluid as the stories it tells. This clockmaking begins deep in your brain. It's called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, a master clock tucked behind your eyes. It tracks the light of day and the dark of night, setting your body's rhythm, your circadian clock. When the sun sets over the Margala Hills or rises over Karachi's shores, this clock signals when to wake, when to sleep. Right now, at this late hour, it's whispering rest, aligning your body with the night's quiet. But it's not perfect. Jet lag, like a journey from Lahore to London, can throw it off, making time feel sluggish or disjointed. Your brain adjusts, slowly retuning the clock to match the world. Beyond this daily rhythm, your brain shapes time moment by moment. The prefrontal cortex, your planner, tracks the order of events. What follows? The basal ganglia, deep in your brain, act like a metronome, keeping a steady beat for actions, like the rhythm of stirring tea or walking through a market. Together, they create a sense of flow, making time feel linear. But this flow is fragile. When you're engrossed in a task, reading a book, savoring a plate of nihari, time slips away, minutes vanishing like smoke. Yet, when you're bored, waiting for a bus in the heat, each second drags. This is your brain, bending time to fit your experience. Scientists call this time dilation, where moments stretch or shrink based on attention and emotion. In a moment of danger, see, a near miss on a bustling street, your amygdala, the emotional heart, floods your brain with alertness, slowing time. Every detail, the honk of a rickshaw, the flash of a headlight, feels vivid, as if seconds last forever. In joy, like dancing at a wedding, time speeds up, hours melting into moments. Right now, as you rest, time might feel soft, undefined, because your brain is calm, its clock ticking gently. Your mind is the artisan, crafting time's rhythm to match your inner world. This bending is studied through temporal illusions, where your brain misreads time's flow. One is the stop clock illusion. When you glance at a clock, the second hand seems frozen for a moment, as if time pauses. Your brain, catching up to the sudden shift of attention, stretches that first tick. Another is the oddball effect, where a new event like a sudden bird call in the night feels longer than familiar ones, because your brain lingers on a surprise. These illusions show time is not fixed. It's a story your brain tells, shaped by what captures you. Your culture, too, weaves into this clock. In Pakistan, time often feels tied to moments, prayer calls marking the day, festivals like Basant, stretching hours with joy. These shared rhythms shape how you feel. Time's flow, blending personal and collective clocks. Your brain uses these cues, like the sound of the azan or the bustle of a family of tar, to anchor its sense of time. As you lie there, what rhythm do you feel? The slow tick of the night, the memory of a busy day. Your brain is crafting this moment, bending time to fit its story. As you rest, let this thought settle like a fading echo. Time, this steady pulse you trust, is a creation of your brain, a clock that bends with every emotion, every moment. But what happens when this clock drifts into dreams, where time twists even further? Let's pause as the night grows silent and wonder, what rhythms does your mind weave when the world fades away? Ease into the night now, dear listener, as its quiet folds around you like a velvet curtain. Perhaps you're resting in a soft bed in Quetta, the cool mountain air whispering at your window, or lying in a faraway place, the stars a silent glow. Above, your body is calm, your mind a gentle ripple, moving through the darkness. We've begun to unravel time, your brain's creation, a clock that bends with emotion and attention. It's a rhythm you live by, yet it's shifts, stretching moments into eternities or shrinking them to a blink. So let your thoughts glide like moonlight on a still river. And let's dive deeper into the mystery of time's fluid dance. Your brain's clock is not one, but many. It's ticking to a different beat. A superchiasmatic nucleus sets your daily rhythm, but other regions shape time's finer threads. The cerebellum, a small structure at the back of your brain. Time's precise movements, like threading a needle or clapping to a qawwali's beat with millisecond accuracy. The basal ganglia keep a steadier pace, guiding longer actions, like walking through a bustling Islamabad market. These clocks work together, creating a sense of flow, but they can clash. When you're tired, like now, at this late hour, your movements slow and time feels sluggish, as if the clocks are out of sync. Emotion plays a powerful role in bending time. The amygdala, your emotional core, can stretch moments of intensity. Recall a moment of fear, a sudden noise in the night, perhaps a creak in your home. Time seemed to pause, each sound sharp, each second endless. Or think of joy, a festival, like Basant, kites soaring over Lahore skies, laughter blending with music. Hours vanished in a breath. Scientists say this happens because emotion heightens attention, making your brain process more details, slowing or speeding its clock. Right now, as you rest, time feels soft, almost still, because your amygdala is quiet, letting the night stretch gently. Your memories to reshape time. As we've seen, your brain edits the past, and this editing warps how you recall time's flow. A happy day of family picnic by the Ravi River might feel like it lasted forever, while a mundane week blurs into nothing. This is retrospective time perception, where your brain judges time based on memory's density. Events rich with emotion or novelty, like a wedding filled with color and song, create more memories, making time feel longer in hindsight. As you lie there, what moment comes to mind? A vibrant festival? A quiet evening? Screening? Your brain is rewriting its duration, bending time's story. Temporal illusions reveal how malleable time is. The Kappa effect is one. If you hear sounds spaced unevenly like the irregular drip of a faucet, they seem to stretch or shrink time based on their pattern. Another is time compression, where repetitive tasks, like counting prayer beads, make minutes feel shorter. These tricks show your brain's clock is not a machine, but a storyteller, weaving time to fit your experience. In Pakistan, where time is marked by rituals, 5 daily prayers, the slow wait for iftar, your brain uses these rhythms to shape its clock, blending personal and cultural time. Your attention also bends time. When you focus deeply, say, reading a novel or watching a cricket match, time slips away, a phenomenon called flow. Your prefrontal cortex narrows your focus, silencing the clock's tick. But when you're distracted, waiting in a queue, or stuck in traffic, time drags, each second heavy. Scientists study this through experiments, showing how attention alters time perception. Right now, as you listen, time might feel fluid, slipping softly because your mind is calm, free from the day's rush. Your brain, the clockmaker, adjusts its rhythm to match this quiet. This bending is not just personal, it's shared. In Pakistan, time feels different during Ramadan, when days stretch with fasting and nights burst with life. Your brain aligns with these cultural clocks, weaving them into your sense of time. The prefrontal cortex and hippocampus work together, tying moments to context, a Tarawih prayer, the scent of dates at iftar. These shared rhythms make time feel collective, yet your brain crafts its own version, unique to you. As you rest. Now, what rhythm does the night hold? The slow hum of silence, the echo of a memory. Your brain is ticking, shaping this moment's flow. As you drift, let this thought settle like a fading star. It's time. This rhythm you trust is a creation of your brain, a clock that bends with every feeling, every thought. It's a story woven from attention, emotion, and memory, as fluid as the night around you. But what happens when this clock drifts into dreams, where time dissolves entirely? Let's pause as the night grows deeper and wonder, what worlds does your mind weave when time no longer holds? Sink into the evening's quiet, dear listener, as the world softens around you like a fading melody. Perhaps you're resting in a cozy room in Islamabad, where the city's hum dims to a gentle sigh, or lying under a twilight sky in a distant village, stars just beginning to gleam. Akia, your body is at ease, your mind a soft current, ready to flow through thoughts, gentle waves. We've woven through the tapestry of your reality, crafted by sight, sound, touch, taste, memory, self, and time. Tonight, we turn to the dance of connection, the social mirror where you see others and they see you. Your brain is a dancer, reading steps, guessing intentions, but its moves are not always true. So, let your thoughts sway like lanterns in an evening breeze and come with me into the delicate mystery of how you understand others. You live in a world of faces, voices, gestures, bustling bazaar of human connection. Your brain doesn't just see others, it dances with them, mirroring their steps to understand their minds. Imagine your brain as a dancer on a grand stage, moving in sync with those around you. Perhaps a friend smile at a family iftar, strangers nod in a Lahore market, or a child's laugh in a park. Right now, as you rest, you might recall a face, a moment of connection. That's your brain at work, practicing the art of social perception, reading the steps of others to weave a story of their thoughts. This dance begins with your brain's ability to read minds, not magically, but through a skill called theory of mind. It's your capacity to guess what others feel, think, or intend. When you see a friend's furrowed brow, you sense worry. When a vendor in a Karachi bazaar gestures warmly, you feel welcome. This happens in the medial prefrontal cortex, a region behind your forehead that acts like a choreographer, interpreting gestures, expressions, and words. It imagines others' minds, building stories about their inner worlds. Right now, as you lie in the evening's calm, your brain might be replaying a conversation. It's guessing what someone meant by a glance or a word. Mirror neurons, tiny cells in your brain, are key dancers in this performance. Found in areas like the promoter cortex, they fire when you act, say, raising a cup of chiant when you see someone else do the same. They mirror the action, letting you feel a shadow of it, as if you're sipping that chai yourself. Is why you wince when a child falls or smile when a friend laughs. Your brain dances in sync, connecting you to others. At a family gathering, when your cousin shares a joke, your mirror neurons hum, making you feel the joy before you laugh. It's a quiet, automatic step, weaving you into the social world. But this dance isn't perfect. Your brain's guesses about others are shaped by biases, like the fundamental attribution error. This is when you assume someone's actions reflect their character, not their situation. A shopkeeper snaps at you, you might think them rude, not consider they're tired or stressed. Your brain, eager to tell a story, jumps to conclusions. In Pakistan, where community shapes life, this bias can color interactions, judging a stranger's haste in a market without knowing their hurry. Your brain is a dancer, but its steps can misread the rhythm of others' lives. Your social mirror also sees patterns where none exist, a trick called pareidolia. Ever seen a face in a cloud or heard a voice in the wind? Your brain, wired to find meaning, especially in faces, creates these illusions. That's why, in the quiet of your room, a shadow might seem to smile, or a creak might sound like a whisper. Your brain is always dancing, seeking connection, even in the stillness. As you rest now, what faces do you see in your mind's eye? A loved one, a stranger. Your brain is weaving their story, guessing their steps. This dance of social perception is deeply cultural. In Pakistan, where gestures like a hand on the heart or a shared meal carry meaning, your brain reads these cues with care. The medial prefrontal cortex and mirror neurons work together. It's tying actions to intentions, respect in a salam, warmth in a hug. These moments are threads in the social tapestry, connecting you to others. Your brain, the dancer, learns these steps from the world you know, making every interaction a part of your reality. As you rest, let this thought drift like a soft note. Your brain, this tireless dancer, weaves stories of others, reading their steps to build connection. But its dance is fragile, shaped by biases and illusions. What happens when these stories linger, even in sleep? Pause as the evening grows still and wonder what faces does your mind mirror in the quiet. Ease into the evening's calm, dear listener, as the world fades to a gentle hum. Perhaps you're nestled in a soft bed in Rawalpindi, where the city's lights blur into twilight, or resting in a far-off place, the night sky, a quiet canvas above. Your body is still, your mind a tender ripple flowing through the silence. We've begun to explore the dance of social perception, your brain mirroring other steps, guessing their thoughts through theory of mind and mirror neurons. It's a delicate art, this reading of others, but it's woven with flaws. So, let your thoughts glide like fireflies in a dusklit field, and let's dive deeper into the stories your brain tells about the people around you. Your brain's dance with others is constant, even now, as you rest. The medial prefrontal cortex, your choreographer, builds models of others' minds, predicting their feelings and actions. When you recall a moment, say, a friend's laugh at a family doki, or a stranger's kindness, in a crowded bus, your brain imagines their thoughts. Were they happy? Nervous? This theory of mind lets you navigate the social world, like a dancer matching steps in a crowded hall. But it's not always accurate. Your brain fills gaps with assumptions, creating stories that feel true but may miss the mark. These stories are shaped by your experiences. In Pakistan, where community is the heartbeat of life, your brain reads cues through a cultural lens. A nod at a tea stall, the warmth of a shared iftar plate, these carry meaning. It's woven into your social mirror by the medial prefrontal cortex. Mirror neurons amplify this, letting you feel the shadow of others' actions. When you see a child spin with joy at a festival, your neurons fire, echoing their delight. Right now, as you lie in the evening's quiet, a memory of connection might surface, a smile, a gesture. Your brain is dancing, mirroring those moments, building a story of who they were. But biases trip this dance. The fundamental attribution error makes you judge others' actions as their essence, not their circumstances. A hurried driver in a Karachi street might seem reckless, but perhaps they're rushing to a hospital. Your brain, eager for a simple story, overlooks the context. Another bias, the halo effect, paints someone as wholly good or bad based on one trait. If a teacher is kind, you assume they're wise, too. These biases shape the stories you tell, coloring the social mirror with your brain's quick judgments. Pareidolia. That trick of seeing patterns extends to the social world. Your brain, wired to find faces, might see one in a knotted tree or hear a name in a market's hum. This drive to connect is so strong it weaves stories even where there's none. Scientists say this stems from your brain's need for social meaning, rooted in the fusiform gyrus, which specializes in faces. In the quiet of your room, a shadow might seem like a glance, a sound like a call. Your brain, the dancer, is always seeking partners, even in solitude. This social dance doesn't stop when you're alone. Your brain replays interactions, refining its stories. When you recall a conversation, perhaps a debate with a cousin over chai, your medial prefrontal cortex imagines their perspective, editing the memory. This is why you might lie awake, rethinking a word you said, wondering what they thought. Your brain is still dancing, even now, as you rest, weaving stories of others from the day's encounters. What face comes to mind? A loved one's grin, a stranger's frown. Your brain is mirroring them, crafting their story. This dance is deeply human, tying you to others. In Pakistan, where family and community weave life's rhythm, your brain learns to read gestures, a hand on the heart, a shared laugh over qawwali music has signs of connection. These moments, stored in the hippocampus, blend with emotion from the amygdala, making them vivid. Your social mirror reflects not just individuals, but the culture, shaping how you see others and yourself. At your rest, feel the calm of this moment. What story of connection does it stir? A memory of warmth, a fleeting glance? Your brain's stories about others are fragile, like all its creations. They shift with mood, memory, and bias, yet they ground you in a world of people. Even in sleep, your brain dances, replaying faces, guessing thoughts. As you rest, what faces flicker in the quiet theater of your thoughts? Pause in the evening's hush, dear listener, as the world softens into a quiet embrace. Perhaps you're nestled in a cozy room in Karachi, where the city's lights fade to a gentle glow. Or resting under a twilight sky in a far-off village, stars whispering overhead. Your body is calm, your mind a tender stream, flowing through the stillness. We've woven through the tapestry of your reality, sight, sound, touch, taste, memory, self, time, and the social dance. Tonight, we reach the heart of it all, the human drive to find meaning, the mosaic your brain builds from life's fragments. So, let your thoughts drift like petals on a calm breeze. Come with me into the tender mystery of why your reality feels alive. Your brain is a seeker, always piecing together patterns to make sense of the world. It's not content with raw sensations. It craves meaning, crafting a mosaic from the shards of experience. Imagine your brain as an artisan, arranging tiles, moments, emotions, stories, so it's into a picture that feels whole. Right now, as you rest, you might feel a quiet sense of purpose, a thread of connection to the day's events, a conversation, a prayer, a smile. This is your brain at work, building a mosaic that turns chaos into coherence, making your reality more than the sum of its parts. This drive begins in the brain's wiring, particularly the default mode network, a web of regions active when you reflect or dream. The prefrontal cortex, your planner, and the posterior cingulate, a hub of memory, work together to find patterns. When you watch a sunset over the Arabian Sea or hear a qawwali's soulful notes, your brain doesn't just sense it, interprets, weaving these moments into a story of beauty or awe. In Pakistan, where life pulses with tradition, this mosaic might include the rhythm of an azan, the warmth of a family iftar, or the joy of a kite soaring at Basant. Your brain seeks meaning, making each moment a tile in the larger picture. This search for meaning is universal, but culture shapes its colors. Stories, myths, and traditions are the frames of your mosaic. In Pakistan, tales of Sufi poets like Bulleh Shah or the rituals of Eid weave meaning into daily life. Your brain, guided by the medial prefrontal cortex, ties these cultural threads to your personal story, your role as a daughter, a friend, a dreamer. Scientists call this narrative integration, where your brain builds a story of purpose from shared beliefs. When you join a Mehndi celebration, dancing to doll beats, your brain sees not just movement, but connection, love, life. This mosaic is also built through all those moments that make you feel small, yet connected. Standing before the Faisal Mosque at dusk, its minarets glowing, or gazing at the stars in a Punjab village, your brain lights up the insula, sparking emotion, the prefrontal cortex finding significance. Scientists say rewires the mosaic, making you feel part of something larger. It's why a quiet moment of prayer or a shared laugh over chai feels profound. Right now, as you lie in the evening's calm, what moment of awe lingers? A memory of beauty, a sense of peace. Your brain is arranging these tiles, crafting meaning from the quiet. Your brain's love for patterns can lead it astray. Pareidolia, That trick we saw in faces extends to meaning, seeing purpose in random events, like a lucky charm bringing success. This is apophenia, your brain's urge to connect dots that aren't there. In a bustling Lahore market, you might see a stranger's glance as fate, not chance. Your brain, the artisan, is always working, piecing together a mosaic that feels purposeful, even when the tiles are scattered. As you rest, what patterns do you sense? A fleeting thought? A memory's glow? Your brain is weaving them, seeking a story as you rest. Let this thought settle like a soft dusk. Your brain, this tireless artisan, builds a mosaic of meaning, piecing together life's fragments to make your reality feel alive. But how does this mosaic shape the stories you share with others? Let's pause as the evening deepens and wonder, what tiles does your mind place in the stillness? Rest now, dear listener, as the evening weaves its quiet spell around you. Perhaps you're tucked into a soft bed in Lahore, where the city's pulse slows to a gentle hum. Or lying in a far-off place, the night sky, a tapestry of stars. Your body is at peace, your mind a delicate ripple gliding through the twilight. We've begun to explore the mosaic of meaning, your brain piecing together life's fragments, experiences, emotions, culture into a story that gives your reality purpose. So, let your thoughts float like fireflies in a moonlit garden, and let's dive deeper into how this mosaic binds you to the world and to yourself. Your brain doesn't craft meaning for you. It shares it through stories. When you tell a tale, perhaps, of a monsoon evening, splashing in puddles, or a family gathering filled with laughter, your brain syncs with others. This is neurocoupling, where the storyteller's brain mirrors the listener's, while lining regions like the auditory cortex and prefrontal cortex at a family doki. As you share a story of childhood, your listener's brains light up, echoing your emotions. Their mosaics blending with yours. In Pakistan, where storytelling thrives through kisses, poetry, or late-night chats over chai, this coupling weaves shared meaning, connecting hearts across a room. These stories are more than words, they're medicine. Scientists say finding purpose strengthens health, lowering stress, and boosting resilience. Kate, the prefrontal cortex, when engaged in meaningful goals, like helping a neighbor or praying with devotion, releases feel-good chemicals, calming the amygdala's stress signals. In Pakistan, where community is life's rhythm, purpose might come from family duties or acts of kindness, like sharing food at iftar. Your brain thrives on this, weaving a mosaic that not only makes sense of the world, but keeps you whole, right? Now, as you rest, what purpose lingers? A small act, a quiet hope. Your brain is placing it in the mosaic, giving it weight. But meaning can be fragile, shaped by biases. Your brain's love for patterns can lead to overreach, like seeing destiny in a chance meeting. Apophenia, as we saw, craft stories from randomness, making life feel fated. Cultural narratives amplify the tales of luck or blessings in Pakistan might make you see meaning in a found coin or a kind word. Your brain, guided by the default mode network, weaves these into the mosaic, blending personal and shared stories. Yet, it can miss the mark, creating meaning where none exists. It's like mistaking a stranger's glance for something more. This mosaic is deeply personal, yet universal. In Pakistan, meaning often comes from connection, family, faith, tradition. The sight of a mosque's dome, the taste of kia at a festival, the sound of a loved one's voice. These are tiles your brain uses to build purpose. Scientists say the posterior cingulate and medial prefrontal cortex activate when you reflect on what matters, tying these moments to your identity. Your mosaic is unique, shaped by your life, yet it echoes the human drive to find order, to make the world feel alive. As you lie there, what tile stands out? A memory of love, a moment of awe. Your brain is arranging it, crafting your story, Even in sleep, your brain seeks meaning. Dreams, as we'll explore, are the mind's way of sorting fragments, weaving them into narratives that feel profound. A face from today, a scent from childhood, they might appear tonight, tiles in a dream's mosaic. Your brain, ever the artisan, works in the quiet, piecing together meaning even as you rest. This drive is what makes you human, what makes reality. More than sensations, the story that ties it all together. It's the mosaic that gives life color. As you rest, let this thought settle like a fading star. Your brain, this relentless artisan, builds a mosaic of meaning from life's scattered pieces, weaving stories that make your reality glow. As your eyes close, what meaning does your mind weave into the stillness of the night?